the incident that
Oh,
pertains
Susie,
on the
wait,
backstory.
hold on, Angelina.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. T, somebody got a question for you in this Cash App. It says, didn't Hetty get doxxed on T Lives by her cousin?
yeah, I didn't know that though. I walked away from the phone, and they know I walked away from the phone. I
Okay.
walked away, and I apologized to Petty as well because that didn't happen. I apologized. See, that's the difference. When it happened with Petty, I apologized. I took full accountability. I didn't just not say nothing. I had walked away from the phone. My camera, if you go to the video, you will even see my head. I was on a phone call. Me and Chef was on the phone when that happened.
I will attest when it happened to me on Tea-Tyme platform, she apologized to me as well.
I'm not saying you could control it happening, but you could still say, hey, no, we're not going to do that. Or you could say, I'm sorry that happened. That never happened. That's my point.
Now, T, rumor has it that you was getting on people for doxing people.
When did I get on people for doxing people? Rumor also had it that I wanted to know who opposition was. Rumor also had it that I wanted to know who detention was. I've never got on people for none of that shit. People are putting on me what their standards are for other people.
Why do you think you and Diamond had a beef?
Yeah, she said, Angelina said you was delusional. I ain't gonna hold you. How do you feel about that?
Yo, indeed.
I ain't gonna hold you. I tried not to laugh because I wasn't even expecting that. That fucked me up a little bit.
But the thing about it is, y'all want to put standards on me that I don't even have. And then y'all want to say, well, you go by this. No, I don't. I do not.
No, love,
But
I actually don't want to do that.
But Angelina, I got a question. How are you going to call her delusional to her experience?
So, Tea-Tyme,
That's why I said Angelina
I
to
feel like
her.
becoming a creator can be a very tiresome thing. As you guys elevate, I think it's going to be stages that anybody who wants to be great will
No,
have
but
to go
Angelina,
through.
answer the question though. How are you calling her delusional to her experience?
So, Tea-Tyme, when you made it your point to say, hey,
Okay, so T, you ask her the question then.
Hold on one second, because Kel said, because I don't let Skylar in my panel. Because every time I let Skylar in my panel, people that got doxxed by him, and he also doxed me, they say you letting the doxer in your panel. So it's damned if I do, it's damned if I don't.
So hold that thought. Everybody named mom know HB is a doxer.
Mm-hmm.
HB doxed me.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're gonna pick and choose who needs to be in who panel, y'all was literally in the audience. Shout out to the vloggers. Y'all was in the audience campaigning for HB and to be in my panel this morning. Were y'all not? Knowing the history, y'all were campaigning for her to sit in this very box that Frankie is in. Were you not?
Yeah, she came up
Facts,
and they
Bella.
saw that
Facts, Bella.
somebody dropped her and everybody's comments
Nobody
was
dropped
flooding.
her. Left and came back, and they was looking for her to come back up.
Yeah, they thought she got dropped and they were like,
Because,
why HB get dropped? Why HB get dropped? That's what they
so
were
like,
saying
like
at
we
the
Right
time.
say,
there. So if you might want to slow y'all roll, because the bottom line is, if we're making doxing in its entirety the problem, and y'all say, "Oh, Bella, take your feelings out of it. If it ain't personal, why HB can't sit in your panel?" Then why are we controlling who goes up in Tea-Tyme panel, despite what motherfuckers do on the app? You see,
Right.
and understand this. Because I didn't let Skylar in my panel after doxing Chef and doing some stuff, he then doxed me. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't even yell and scream about it. I took that shit. So because I set a boundary, there was a consequence that I had to face with that. So it's funny how we sit here and we act like, oh, T, you dogs Diamond. Okay, maybe I should have did it with my chest like everybody else did. Maybe that would have been better. Because what we're saying is, one, apology don't matter. Just do it with your chest. And then everybody will respect you. So back then I ain't do it with my chest. So you don't have to respect me. Because I'm not doing that shit today. I'm not doing that shit no more. That shit didn't feel good. It wasn't my intention. And it's not something that I'm gonna do again. You don't have to believe me. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I want to do and I know what I don't like.
I don't think in
Like
this
you
situation
said.
the
Okay.
doxing itself is the issue. I think
That is the issue. That's what we've been talking about the whole time. That was been the issue.
And that's
Okay.
what she
So for me,
apologized for.
the issue itself isn't the doxing. It's just as I reverence all of you guys. Even Bella, she's a distant cousin. We all started at the bottom. Now we're here. Um, we all are trying to make it in this life, and it takes a lot of integrity and it takes a lot of trust to make sure this happens. There are unspoken rules when we're trying to build our platforms, when we're trying to create. To me,
Hold on,
as
wait. Somebody said HB didn't make a troll account. Yes, she did. She had
I was
detention.
gonna say, do y'all
She
want
That's
to?
what
put
I'm trying to say. Y'all
Like I
purposely
said,
doing this shit.
slow y'all roll because if we gonna start going down rabbit holes and shit, let's
Come on,
relax.
man.
Let's
Y'all
relax,
tripping.
because before HB was the HB we know her to be, where she just bold and direct and all this other shit, let's not get it confused. She had detention. Detention was doing exactly what opposition is doing. If we're going to take it there, slow your roll down there. Don't be too quick to speak. Think. Let's focus. Now, you said, Angelina, that there are rules that are unspoken. What would those rules apply?
Hold on. Queen Jewel's asking you where's the clip that I lied. She said Diamond said it. She didn't say I said it.
Correct.
That's the part y'all keep missing. She didn't say she got a clip with me saying it. Got you, Jewel, while you still waiting on a got you moment.
T, can I ask you
I
something real
think
quick? Like,
some of the
oh,
rules,
go ahead.
Bella,
Tell
some
us
of the
the
rules would be
rules.
don't lie on each other. Always be honest. It's going to be fair. And some of
Don't
the
lie, be
unspoken rules,
honest, be fair. So,
that's business
Angelina,
integrity. That's business integrity. That comes with any entrepreneur. Anybody who's trying to open up a business knows that you have business integrity. That's why we're able to collaborate with one another.
yeah, yeah. And okay, so Angela, respectfully, you are a member of the mafia. You support that group, Angelina. Your mic is on mute, ma'am.
Angelina definitely mafia. She
No,
definitely.
we just wanted to talk to Angelina directly because the rules are: don't lie, be honest, be fair, have integrity. Right? Is that correct? What's
Yes,
good? Okay, so we got the kingdom
those
in
are
the
some of the
building. Drop
unspoken
your
rules.
crowns in the audience.
Thank
The
you,
kingdom
babe.
is in the building.
Drop your crowns.
Kingdom is in the building, y'all. Drop your crowns. So, Angelina, my apologies. You were interrupted. You said what?
So yes, those are some of the unspoken rules.
Some of the unspoken rules. Have you ever witnessed the mafia lying, being dishonest, being unfair, and lacking integrity?
No.
Thank you for your response, Angelina. We appreciate you.
Can I ask Angelina a question? So Angelina, I know
No.
you asked T, and even in the panel right now, you said that it's delusional, like it's a one-sided beef and it's delusional. But the other day, I heard you speak to saying that Diamond would always say all these people were after her, and it's always a plot to go after her and things like that. And she couldn't prove it, but she had a feeling about it and to trust, and that we should all trust our intuition. So my question would be, now 2 years later that it's coming out that T created Pink Panther or whatever the case may be, Diamond had that feeling, but it couldn't be proven back then. So would it be safe to say that T's intuition is definitely accurate, but it's just not proven at this time and it could be proven later?
Yes.
Okay,
When a certain creator came out and said that they were sent to put the videos out, it was proven later.
Shit, Proxy, I think we also witnessed a situation where another creator was targeted and they couldn't prove it at the time. They just had a feeling. And then, you know what? I'm going to leave that alone.
would that creator happen to be you?
I remember that, Bella.
Proxy, you are a vlogger. Can you be a little more specific? Because maybe my memory doesn't serve me correctly. What are you talking about?
Where you were saying that Nosy and Petty Road were after you, and that the three of them were plotting on you, and that people were saying that you were delusional for it. But then it came out that Nosy started to like say things like Bella should be paying people to be on her show, and Then all the situation with the Barb situation, and then Nosy called for you to be canceled. And then Petty Rowe came out with a court show. It was supposed to be about celebrity stuff, but then it took a turn and it ended back up on Messy Talk. Is that what you referring to?
But see, that wouldn't make sense because I was told I was delusional and that nobody was coming after my platform. So that wouldn't make sense.
It sounds like what Angelina just was saying about Tea-Tyme.
Right. So basically, Angelina, at the time when Diamond was saying all these things before it just came out and was proven, did you think Diamond was delusional too?
No.
So why do you think T is delusional but Diamond wasn't at the time when she had no proof?
So I don't think T is delusional. I said it could be a possibility because there are times where we may be having our own personal experience and we think that we're experiencing something else because of what's happening in our outside life. That's for one. And for two, the proof has been put forward now as it relates to this situation where Tea-Tyme was Pink Panther and Tea-Tyme did put out vital information of
You
Diamond.
straight up called her delusional.
No, you didn't. I didn't
Like,
hear
stop playing. You called her
the
delusional.
explanation
You
that you
said
just
she
gave.
was
I didn't hear
delusional.
that. So the explanation that you just
Yeah,
gave,
you
I didn't hear
clearly
that. I
said
heard
she
you
was
say
delusional.
it sounds like this is a one-sided delusional beef. That's what I heard
I
you say. I
did. I
didn't
did
hear
say
you
that it
give that
sounds that
context.
way. I
Right, but
did say
then
that it sounds that way.
Right, but I said before you were given proof now, 2 years later, when Diamond used to speak about these things in the past before this proof just came out, did you think that she was delusional? You said no.
Hold
So
on one
Proxy,
second.
let's slow
Hold
it
on
down
one
for Miss
second.
And
Angelina. So
I
Tea-Tyme and
didn't think
Proxy, hold on, let's
Hold
slow
on.
it down real quick. So Miss Angelina, let's slow it down for you. Let's bring up some recent, something more recent. Okay, so I was told that I was delusional by those same people that you support, Angelina. Did you know that? I was told I was delusional for the things that I was experiencing. So,
what
baby, did you
people,
witness what I experienced last year?
bits and pieces of it. But as it relates to my sternness, as it relates to this topic, that's where my information is going to come from. So when she's asking me the question now, did I think Diamond was delusional? My answer is no. And she's saying, well, pretty much why not? Well,
Okay, so let me reel it back to you.
Yeah.
So let me reel it back to you because you spoke on rules. You said the rules that don't lie, be honest, be fair, have integrity. So respectfully, when the things that was happening that people, and you said you witnessed a little bit of the things that happened to myself, did they not lie, be dishonest, be unfair, or lack integrity when it came to myself? Oh no.
Oh no.
Dang.
Oh, let me write this time down to make sure I'm doing
Can I
this.
say this? Lisa said that it was proven that I made it as if Panther Power was going after me, and it wasn't. But you did admit in the video that that's the reason why you stopped being a part of Panther Power is because they were doing attacks on me. They also had another video where they took some of the stuff and they cropped it to make it look one way where it wasn't that way. They intentionally was leaving out information to pay me in a way that I wasn't. You know that to be true, Lisa. So again, we can play this game if
So
we want
Lisa's in the
to.
audience right now?
Yeah, she said it was proven that they weren't going against me, but she said it in the live that's why she stopped being a part of the page.
Okay. And what T is saying is listening to the audio that was said. You know what? Bottom line, when it comes to character.
And again, Lisa was sitting in my panel for years. Lisa was sitting in my panel for years and just now literally told me she was Panther Power. I already knew.
Oh yeah, and Keith, they paid to drop you, so that's why you was removed from the panel, unfortunately. Whew. I ain't gonna hold you. Today, it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Yeah. Hellkit, Lisa, she is here. Hellkit is here. Okay. Hellkit has a question, but Lisa's name was mentioned, so I'm gonna allow Lisa to respond. For those wondering what part Lisa played, it's alleged that Lisa had disparaging things that made Tea-Tyme appear some type of way on her blog.
Not Lisa, but the page.
Let me ask you a question.
Tea-Tyme. Let me tell you this, Tea-Tyme. You are completely incorrect because what you think is not what's true. The problem that we had is that political pamphlet came into your room. You were speaking on something that had to do with Roe versus Wade. You cussed us out every time we came in there. So when they were sitting in there, I asked them not to come to your panel. They kept coming to your panel. So you may have assumed that we were doing something to you. They printed where you cussed us out over and over again. I
still
asked
have
them
some of
to
the clips
take
in
that
here.
down.
I
I
still have some
asked
of the
them
clips.
not to print that. It had nothing to do with Diamond. It had to do that you assumed that it had something to do with Diamond, and you targeted the situation. And then it was a little offensive that you took the name and made it the Pink Panther, because then they start saying the Panther page and they assumed it was me.
I did.
And
I
that was
went. Yes, I made it the Pink
exactly.
Panther on purpose
But
because
see,
you
you
guys were going. You
but the
guys.
part that I
I
played
have. Hold on,
was
Lisa.
not true. It
Okay,
was
I
not
have.
true.
I still have. I do have. When I was going through my stuff, I still have.
But
I have
nobody knew you were
videos.
going
I
through
have
it though, T.
videos. Y'all were part of it.
Videos about
No, we
what,
were
T?
not, T.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
What
When
videos
I'm
about
not
what?
lying, I will tell you this on my mother. We had nothing to do with it. The point who we went after was Evans. We went after Evans because we thought Evans did something. You joined Evans. So when we said something about Evans, you, just because you took part in that was the part you played. It has nothing to do with us. We even warned you.
You
It
said
had
she
nothing
started
to do
herself?
with you. You centered yourself. It had nothing to do with you. What
Okay. So,
we talked about was
But
Diamond and Evans, not you.
no video. There was
Oh,
no
no.
video of me on that
It
page.
had nothing to do with
There were
you.
no videos of me on that
I'm
page.
going
But
to tell
I
you
have the videos
again.
right now.
I'm going to tell you over again, Tea-Tyme, because if it had to do with you, I wouldn't have done what I did when it came to the gala. If it had anything to do with you, because you're talking about my character. I don't do
Lisa, it
those
was
things
3 people behind the
because
page.
the part I played was positive. I
Not
never
that you
disliked you.
played. It was 3 people behind the page, Lisa.
But no, but the people that you think was behind the page that you named are not the truth.
Okay, I don't know who the other
You
2
just
people are.
assumed.
Okay, I
You
don't know who the
kept
other 2 people are, but you was not the
but
only
you put
one.
Doodle in it. Doodle, and they didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay, well, I don't know. Well, who did? Can we tell who was behind the
But
page?
that's none of your business. I'm the
Okay.
only one. They have to come and say what their names. I'm the only one who's coming forward. But I'm trying to tell you, regardless of what you're feeling, I'm telling you honestly, I had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
You had nothing to.
I
Okay.
had nothing about you. The reason why I told you the truth is because you said some things that when came to political TikTok, and you said something about Roe versus Wade, and you didn't know anything. You came to our page and we talked to you about it.
The page
That's
that I
the
came to was
only
the page that I
thing.
said was on it. Let me say this. I have the videos. I do have the videos. I have a few videos that y'all put up. I was on those videos.
I
It was
didn't
not
put
just
any
about.
of
Hold
them
on.
up,
Okay. I
but
let.
you
Okay.
thought it was
Can I
against
please
you.
speak? Can I please speak?
Go ahead.
I have the videos. Those pages was not just about Evans and Diamond. I was in those videos. I have them. The
We
captions,
filmed
all of that.
everybody.
Okay, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Y'all painted me in another light, and you know y'all
How did I
don't.
paint you
I
with
have
something that you
the
did?
video.
It was in 4K.
Okay, I know. There's one video that I literally had. Remember, I duetted y'all video because y'all purposely left out certain information and misled people to believe that it was one thing and other. And I had to really clip y'all video, and you know I'm right. You don't know what
But
I'm talking about.
let me explain this to you.
Am I
Nobody.
lying? Am I
I
lying,
was the
Lisa?
only one. No, I was the only one. Part of the Panther Power that had a relationship with Diamond. So nobody had an allegiance to Diamond. You assumed that.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Whether we had a video that I did not approve or not, that I already admitted. What I'm saying to you is that it had nothing to do with Diamond. I don't take instructions.
Say Diamond hired y'all.
Right,
That's
but I'm trying to
not.
tell you, nobody had an allegiance. Nobody ever went to her page. I'm the only one who went to the morning show. I'm the only one.
Okay.
So What I'm
Hey,
telling you
Lisa.
is that it didn't happen the way I wanted it to, so I took it down. But what you're believing, and because you used my name and made it the Pink Panther, you took the direct hit at me when it was never
I
a
took a
problem
direct
because
hit at
I
the
proved to
page.
you over and over again that I didn't have those
Hold on,
feelings for you.
wait a minute. You're saying I took a direct hit at you. I didn't know you were behind the page at the time.
Yes,
Just
you
like
did,
you
because
said,
you
you're not.
yelled me out every
I
time I came in the
assumed,
room.
right?
Every time I came in the room, you said my
I
name.
assumed. Just like right now, you're not telling me all the people that's behind it.
But
I
that's none of your
assumed, just like right, the
business.
same thing with Pink Panther was none of y'all business, right? But it was still a
I
page.
don't care about the Pink
Okay,
Panther. I'm saying
I'm
the
saying
direct relation to
you
it. I
said
don't
I
give a
took
damn
a
about
direct
any of
shot at
this.
you. I took a direct shot at the page.
Hey,
I don't give a.
Lisa,
I'm only
Lisa,
answering this
Lisa,
question. Go
Lisa.
ahead.
This Jet.
Go ahead.
A quick question, babe.
Yeah.
You're saying Panther Power is your page?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So me being doxxed on that page, did
Who
you put
talks to
that?
you?
I'm
Okay,
trying to tell y'all this
let's
more
get
too
it.
as y'all
Wait. Let's get it clear. I just want to
Yeah.
know because now there are legal ramifications for that Panther, and if you can back in me about who's responsible for some information on
I
me.
will. I will.
Okay. That'll work.
That's it.
Thank you, love.
That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, because you're a blogger and you always been there. So no, that's not a problem. I'll handle that. But
Okay. Thank you. And
you
it's
know.
it's no anger, nothing. We've never right.
I had no
Okay.
idea. No. I had no idea. Because it was like I said, the page went rogue, just like you said, Tea-Tyme. There was a few rogue people that was on that was mafia, like Poozy. Poozy was a rogue mafia. So why
I was
she
mafia.
playing?
She's mafia.
Wait. Hold up now. So Poozy was a part of
So
that
she was
page.
as rogue. She would come and do stuff, and she would threaten people while she knows she telling
Wait, no.
why she a
What I'm
witness.
asking is, was
And then
Poozy a part of the
Hell
power?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
There was certain
I
people.
just
There
wanted
was certain
clarity on
people
that.
that was
Okay,
targeted.
okay.
that was
There was certain
the
No.
old
people.
lady gang. I
Like
had
I
no
said, I
question the
couldn't
old
No,
lady.
prove
I
that it
just
was
wanted
Lisa.
clarity. I didn't accuse her when she said Poozy was rogue. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't. That's all.
And again,
And Tuesday
I
never
couldn't
did. Tuesday
prove.
never changed her name on this app. Tuesday do it in your face.
One thing I couldn't do is prove.
I
Just
do it
like
in I
I
do
could
it in your
not
face
prove that it
too.
was
You remember
Lisa,
me. Don't play me,
but I
Poozy.
can
Now let's
assume
not
that
do
it was
this.
No,
Lisa until
Jay,
I
you
knew
like
it
to
was
block
All right,
Lisa.
so
people. They
let's
don't really
focus.
get to see it.
Hold on.
No,
Let's
you
focus.
saw all of my shit on
Let's
my main
focus.
page. I didn't have to do shit on my back, no backup, no nothing.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bella.
Okay.
Let's focus, guys. We know there's still some, you know what I mean? Help
Mm-hmm.
you for your patience.
Yep, no problem. I just, I've been in and out listening to what's going on. I think I called this situation 2 days ago because one thing I do is I listen to words and I listen to the direction that conversations are going to go. And I think it was about 500 people in that live when I said, this is going to go towards Diamond. This is going to go towards Diamond. Although Diamond was sitting over there in that live, running her live, minding her business, and she found out that this page existed. She found out that this thing happened to her from the past. So I knew just based on the direction and the words that were coming out of people's mouths, Diamond was about to be a focal point. And here we are. Nevertheless, Bella, let me just tell you, your situation that you went through is not equivalent to this. We saw exactly what was going on. They were making it clear that they were coming in on your time slot. They were making it clear that they were going to put on those robes and do those shows. So there was no hiding behind anything. We saw it in real time. I saw it. I saw it. So it was clear. There was no nuance that what was going on. They didn't hide it. So your situation is a lot less like this one. That is nowhere close to what we're talking about now. Now we're speaking based on feelings and things that people have when they see certain things. And yet I still have not watched one thing that prompted anyone to release someone's information. You can be mad, you can be upset, you can have all this anger and all this stuff going on, and you want to go to the head of the sources. but still, I haven't seen it.
Right. So there we go. When I start doing that again, it's going to be justification, and that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all saying I ain't seen no proof, I ain't seen no stuff. I start showing stuff, then it's see now you're still shifting the blame. That's why I'm confused.
I'm talking about toward Diamond, though. I'm talking about where's Diamond hands dirty besides a bunch of grown folk on here making their own freaking decisions.
The part that we know that we all have heard, and we heard right here on accountability court, was a person that is no longer here to speak for themselves that said exactly what I said was happening, which she was sent to post stuff about me. The person that said it, they called her a liar. She said it out of her own mouth. In this courtroom right here.
With the receipts and everything, like you guys showed text messages and things like that.
You know what I'm saying?
So help me.
I'm a receipt. All this word of mouth stuff. Come on now, I do the same thing to everybody.
So Hellkit, there is no, and this is why I try to, again, no dog in the fight. What T is speaking to is correct.
It is correct.
Thank you, Lisa. The eyewitness she is speaking to literally is no longer with us. Please drop doves in the chat, because again, I respect the family wishes. We will not say her name.
Yeah. Understood. But the day that was said in your courtroom, did you guys put on the backdrop the receipts that you normally do when people make accusations as such? Or because y'all know I roll the clip on blogs all the time, so I'm a receipt person, not a word of mouth person.
She didn't have no receipts.
No. So let me correct it. The receipt was put on that woman's page. The things that was said about Tea-Tyme was put on that woman's page to paint a rumor and a narrative about T. The proof was on her page. So for those
this happened what year?
23. And I know she was telling the truth because the video that she recorded was in January. I was going to at my friend's player ball. It was recorded in January.
Pink Panther came out when?
It came out February. End of February, probably beginning of March.
So Pink Panther wasn't out in 2022?
Hellcat, let me just say this. I'm going to go ahead.
Actually, it came out after that video. It came out in March. I believe it came out around February, March. Whenever after that video was posted, because there was so much other stuff going on, the website and all that other shit too. So the video that was made of me, she recorded in January. It was from my live stream. Okay? March, it was posted. I didn't know she was ordered to. I got into it with her about it directly. I went at her directly for posting it because I knew who she was. I knew who she was. I didn't know who Panther Power was for sure. But I knew who was behind that page. So I went directly at her. I had never had a problem with her in the past.
So that's what I'm asking.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Before or after?
It was after that video happened. That was the final straw for me. Okay, it was a lot of other things that happened prior to that led up to me making the page. Now, I didn't know she was the one she was ordered to do it. I just was assuming at the time. Just like Diamond assumed things, I was assuming. I couldn't prove none of this shit. The way that people were moving and everything, I just couldn't prove it because she directly wasn't doing it. So when Bellacore happened the next year, after everything was squashed and everything was done,
it was 23.
It was later that year. Okay, it was later that year, right? After me and Diamond had squashed it, though, right?
Yes, she did.
Me and her had already squashed it. We had already squashed it. I asked her what was her problem with me? What had I ever done to her? Then she ended up saying she was sorry for what she did. I had never done anything to her. And she was directed to post those videos. She was told to hold the video when she got it and told when to post the video. I did not make a big deal out of it because I had already did what I did. I just let it go. I didn't bring it up. I didn't make no big deal about it. I didn't go live about it. I didn't do none of that shit. I just let it go.
Okay, understood. But based on the timeline that was spoke about with $2 yesterday. My understanding is the Pink Panther page was released in 2022.
No, it was
At
not.
the end of 2022.
No, it was not. It was
I wasn't.
not.
I didn't go on
$2
the app
said those
until
videos had lingered out there for
No, it was
months
not.
when she started playing those videos on
I have the videos
Panther
on my
couldn't have
movie.
been
That's not
released in
true.
2022. It had to be released in 2023.
Okay, so
It
$2
wasn't
mentioned that
2022.
she had started playing those videos during her movie night. So so that page was still out there with those with her information out
movie
there.
night wasn't a thing until 23 though.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
So that's what that's the part I'm getting to. $2 said the page existed out there for many months because she was able to use that information on her movie nights.
When it was out, but she was not able to go back to that clip. I thought I deactivated that page. That's what I'm saying. It was in the same year. Her movie night started the same year. I didn't know.
Exactly. And the months kind of matter because you put out there that what the person did. They started releasing these videos in February, March of 2023.
And that's when Panther was made in 2023. I did not say it only listened. Hold on. No, it was either February, March of 2023, not 2022.
Okay, so and $2 was able to play those on her movie night in which month?
I have no idea when she was playing them. I wasn't following $2. I didn't even know her.
If I'm not mistaken, they started in the summertime. That was 23.
Okay.
By the time I went to the gala, by the time Diamond extended the olive branch, that page was gone.
Bella, I wanted to make a quick statement. First of all, when they were doing all that they did to you, they said they weren't doing anything. They said, oh, we're not doing that. So they denied trying to do it. Even if Hellkit say she saw it, they denied it until it was exposed for everyone to see.